Well, Team USA as a whole definitely right in the thick of the medal count, but the big disappointment so far has been in speed skating. No one from the men's or women's side have even won a medal. Even the favorites appear way off the pace. Some people are blaming the racing suits American speed skaters are wearing this year. That may not be the only thing. I love this story. Let's get more of this insight here. Onto the story. TMJ4 Sports' Jessie Garcia is here with some new information that you have learned talking to a source close to all of this in US speed skating. Jess, let's start with the suits. The idea that these new suits from Under Armour are somehow causing or creating draft for the speed skaters.
Right, and if people haven't seen this story or heard about it, how would that happen? Well, what happened is they built a vent on the back of the speed skating suit, which was supposed to allow heat to escape. But instead, some people are speculating or theorizing that maybe it's allowing air to get in, and that's actually causing a drag on the speed skaters and causing them to kind of shift their position to try to make up for that drag, so they're not in as low a position as they used to be or they're used to being in. So that's what they're saying about the skin suits, that could be a potential problem that is hampering them, because this is all across the board. This isn't just like one or two skaters. Right. This is everybody, and they're not even sniffing the podium. They're not even close. But then this morning, something new has come to light that is a little different. So
we've been talking about the conditions that they trained in just before heading over to Sochi. So this is one of the statements that you issued to us earlier, that you received earlier. At this camp, we battled wind, cold, poor ice, and vastly different conditions every day for 10 important days. At this level, one cannot afford such a deviation. I believe this set us back because we were unable to do quality work at race speed nor gauge the quality of skating. This is a statement, again, close to someone from someone close to U.S. speed skating about the conditions that our athletes trained in over in Italy. Tell us a little more about that.
Right. So they went over to Calabo, Italy as a group, and it was mandatory for U.S. speed skaters to go over there. Now, I can't speak for sure for the short trackers, but the long trackers to go over there for these 10 days. Now, the idea, why would they do this? Why would they go to the altitudes and outdoors when Sochi is at sea level and it's indoors, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But the idea is that if you're in altitude, that your red blood cell count actually goes up, and it gives you a performance boost. So when you get back down to sea level, that boost is supposed to last about 2 weeks, and then that gives you that little extra oomph.
Any edge is good.
That's the thought. But now I guess some are really starting to question whether or not that was a very good idea right before the Olympics to go completely in a different area.
We may have seen an early indication of this. We've been covering Jill Ruckert over there, and she's been sending us back videos. I recall, and we were talking about this, one of the videos she sent back just before they went into Russia when she actually skated on that outdoor oval. Here, let's listen to Jill and what she thought of the conditions.
Let me tell you, I went pretty slow today. But I mean, I guess I can't judge it off of, you know, my abilities off of what happens today. Because, I mean, we are at altitude. It's a little bit of a concern. You know, we're at, I don't know, 4,000 feet or so. Which, I mean, it isn't you know, that high. But coming from sea level, it's a little bit of a challenge, especially to adapt in 1 week.
I remember thinking at that point, well, Jill had a bad day, but maybe there's a lot to that.
When you're talking hundredths of a second here, and that's what's making the difference between winning and 9th place or 10th place or 36th place, whatever. You know, these things are important. And some people out there may be saying, you know, they're just grasping at straws. They're not winning. And maybe that is the case. That is certainly a possibility. Other countries are entitled to win some of these speed skating medals.
Sure, right.
In the Netherlands, where they're dominating, this is their national sport. But there are a lot of factors that go into it when you are an elite athlete like this. I do think that U.S. speed skating has some larger problems that they really need to think about. The fractured, some people are in Salt Lake City, some people are at the Pettit. They probably need to come together in some fashion and moving forward, figure out the best plan of attack here.
Could this all go away because there are more medals to be won? Well,
that's a good point. You know, tomorrow we will see Shawnee and Jonathan Cook and Brian Hansen in the men's 1500, and we're only about halfway through the speed skating events right now. So this could become a totally moot point if all of a sudden they start going out and winning medals.
Up, right?
Right, but we did win 10 speed skating medals in Vancouver, 0 so far, halfway through.
There's something there, Jess.
Seems like it.
All right, thanks so much. Really good insight. Appreciate it.